Freedom family, freedom marchers, freedom fighters, freedom, all them types. How y'all doing? Snapzilla Gorilla here. It is Wednesday, March 15th, 2023. And yeah, it's clear skies out, but it's 34 degrees. Hey, that's just how it is, you know what I mean? We our weather back from California. Anyway, I wanted to get on here and have a quick discussion on my way to the gym about this young lady named Erica Leshai. She's a singer-songwriter and a content creator. She's on YouTube, and a black sister, you know what I'm saying, beautiful black. For years, Erica Leshai has been somewhat of an advocate for black men. Really, in general, she has been an advocate for black men and women alike. But she's always pointed out and called out, how black women in society in general has treated black men over the years, okay? And she understands the socioeconomic issues that have led us to this point, led black families to this point, and led black society as a whole to this point in the United States. She understands what led up to that. She understands the same thing I understand in terms of slavery, Jim Crow, the civil rights movement, COINTELPRO, the crack era, how that came about through the CIA and all these other things. She knows that we have been, our destruction has been orchestrated from the very beginning, even in regards to, what's that lady name? The chick that started Planned Parenthood, who wanted to destroy black families. And then also, of course, you cannot forget white feminism. Okay, white feminism dragged black women into that bullshit. White women dragged black women into the feminist movement and convinced black women that black men were oppressing them, which could be further from the truth. And then Whoopi Goldberg came out. Steven Spielberg put out, The Color Purple and all these other things. But anyway, it seems as of late, Erica Leshai has been having an issue with black men in regards to speaking up. Finally, black men and men in general have been speaking up about our treatment. How we've been treated over the last couple decades, and how y'all know what's going on with this goddamn gender war bullshit. Black women, black men are now attacking each other. Black men are speaking up about what they want and the type of women they want, and how a lot of the modern women don't fit that bill. And yeah, a lot of these dudes are obnoxious. They're out of, they blow shit out of proportion. They can be very disrespectful to women. That's why I don't really fuck with the manosphere. There are a lot of cats in the manosphere that, listen, you got to have a balance, right? You got to have a balance, and you got to know what's real. You got to know how to pick your battles, okay? And at the end of the day, these guys they might be causing more trouble and muddying more waters than they think. You have to have balanced discussions about these things. You have to call out the problems on both sides. You got to be able to understand where all the problems are. You got to understand that there are a lot of effeminate men out there. There are a lot of effeminate men out there, just like there's a lot of masculine women out there. There are a lot of effeminate men out there that, a lot of them have these platforms where they're coming out and they're speaking and they're saying certain things. They're using talking points, and they have these ideas, right? They have these ideas when really they don't necessarily fit what they're trying to be. This alpha, the sigma that. Y'all know what it is. Calling people beta. Really a lot of these dudes that call themselves alpha and call out betas really are themselves beta, okay? They just happened upon a lot of money, right? They came out and they got these platforms. They were able to blow up and go viral. and now they think they're alphas. But like Jesse Lee Peterson, right? He likes to call people betas and all this other shit, but really, is he really alpha, or does he just have a lot of money? See, there's a difference between being a man with a lot of money and a resourceful man, right? A resourceful man who's dangerous. If maybe you have a lot of money, but are you dangerous? Are you resourceful? When shit hits the fan and you lose access to all your money, will you be able to step up in your leadership and lead an entire community to help find food, water, to survive? Will you be able to do that? Or are you only functional when you have a lot of the creature comforts and money in life? But Erica Leshai, to get back on point, has been having an issue with people coming into her comment section. So you have a lot of dudes coming in her comment section, shitting on women in her eyes, calling out black women, all these things. And a lot of these dudes' positions are, listen, black women have been dogging black men for 50 years. Black women have been dogging black men for 50 years. Not all black women, but a good amount of them have been dogging black men for years. We ain't shit. We're deadbeats. We ain't got no money. We ain't got no power. We ain't got no leaders. Just really just shitting on black men. And, people are starting to call that out. So they're going into a comment section. They're saying these things. They're saying, well, black women have been shitting on us. Why can't we speak up? And in her mind, it's like, why do what the black women have been doing? So are you gonna just complain about black women for 50 years, or what are you gonna do? And I don't necessarily see it as complaining about black women, because when I hear men talk about these things, about when they go into these things, when they go into these arenas, I see a lot of black men and men in general just saying what they want from a woman, like what they desire, right? What they feel they need and what they feel they deserve from a woman. If I'm going to provide, protect, and all these other things, women want traditional men, but they don't want to be traditional. These things are true. It's different, right? We're not saying, oh, black women ain't shit. Black women are stupid. Black women are this, that. Black women ain't, we're not doing that. I'm not seeing men just straight out just saying shit like that. I'm not seeing black men just dismissing women out of hand. I'm not seeing black men say, oh, let's abort black women. Let's abort black babies if they're girls. Like, I hear black women saying that. Black men aren't saying let's divest from black women. Black men, we're not doing that. We're not saying let's kill black babies in the womb if they're girls. We're not doing that. We're not doing the same things. All we're saying is we want a feminine woman that's not going to bust our balls when we come home from work. That's what we're saying. We want a woman that's going to be cooperative. They're going to accept my leadership. They're going to trust me. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And they're calling out promiscuity. They're calling out this. They're calling out that. They're calling out, what I'm saying? They're just basically saying, listen, if you are a woman with a lot of bodies, we're going to put you in one category. If you don't have a lot of bodies, we're going to put you in another category. We're quicker to wife up women that don't have a lot of bodies. And, that's just what it is. It's not the same thing. We're not talking about the same things. We're just saying we want men and women to fall back into their natural roles, and just get shit cracking. If we can't both be clashing for ultimate leadership of the family and of the community, right? But you don't want a man that's going to submit to a woman, right? Generally, women don't want men that are just going to kiss their ass and simp and all that other shit. They don't respect men like that. They might use them, but they won't respect them. They'll cheat on them. You know what I'm saying? They'll always be seeking that man that has a level of masculinity and leadership that they know that, because at the end of the day, we have to be able to protect our women. We have to be able to protect the community. We have to be able to protect our families. And so it's only natural for a woman to want a masculine, you know, a man that's going to step up into his leadership role and handle his business, you know. And so in turn, men are saying, well, if that's what you want, quit busting our balls. Quit trying to be the man. Quit trying to step into our roles while trying to get us to step into the role at the same time. You can't, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it is what it is. Like, and so that's where I disagree. Men aren't complaining and saying the same shit women are saying, right? Because for a long time, black women and women in general have had an issue with men wanting to be the leaders of the relationship and wanting to be the leaders of the family. They have been resisting, you know what I'm saying? They want us to be that leader in that masculine man, but at the same time, as we're doing that, you know, you're fighting us at every turn. You know what I mean? You're trying to compete with us for that role when you shouldn't be doing that, right? You shouldn't be doing that. You should be comfortable, especially if that man proves that he deserves for you to fall under his leadership. Okay, and you know you can trust him. He's made good decisions. You know, he's made good moves. Then why the fuck are you busting balls for? That's really what it's about. Stop busting our balls. Stop busting our balls, because we get our balls busted outside. We get our balls busted in the world every day. So we shouldn't be getting our balls busted by our women. That's all we're saying. Now, I don't know the extent of what the people are saying in her comment section. But, you know, I really don't know what you want, right? And I'm not just talking about Erica Leshai. I'm just talking about women in general. Because as far as I'm concerned, I have a wife. I have a wife who is feminine and submissive, and she trusts my leadership, and she knows that I am the ultimate say, and I make the ultimate decisions on what moves we're going to make, you know, and all that other shit. She trusts me. You know, I've been providing and protecting and all those things for over a decade, and I have a proven track record of how that shit can work. And my wife will tell you the same thing, you know. But she's not just a subservient little, you know. She has her say. She gives her input. You know what I'm saying? I listen to her, you know, and that's how it works. She don't bust my balls. She'll bust my balls about little shit, little stupid shit that is really not that serious, right? But when she knows that I have made a final decision, if she knows I've made up my mind, she knows that's what it is, because she knows I'm not going to lead us down the wrong path. So you have men out there that can do the same shit, that can prove that they have done the same shit, that have already established themselves. My wife was in the picture before I established myself. She was there as I began to establish myself, you know, as an earner. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, she was there the whole time. But you have men that have proven that they have established themselves, that they made great decisions. And when a woman comes to their life, when they're already established, they're trying to bust balls. Then what are you there for? Go bust, you know what I'm saying? Like, and so what do you want men to do about it? You don't want us to say shit? We just be quiet? We shouldn't say shit. We shouldn't express our concerns. We shouldn't express what we want from women. We should just shut the fuck up. No, dudes are not wanting to shut the fuck up. I don't know what to tell you. That's just the reality. It's not going to go your way every way at Burger King now. That's how shit happens. Shit happens in stages, and this is the bottom line. You can get with the program, or you don't have to. Get with the program, or you don't have to. And using examples like, and at the same time, There are a lot of dudes out there. There are a lot more effeminate men out there that don't, that don't have that level of assertiveness, and that, that still need to grow some balls and all that other shit. And they don't know how to do things like change tires and, oil changes and all these other things. And they don't know how to provision. They don't know. They wouldn't know what to do if the shit hit the fan. And so they ain't getting no action though. The men that aren't stepping up, they're not getting no action. Women aren't fucking with them. See how that works? If you're not stepping up in your masculine, you don't get no fucking play. And if you do get some play, you getting played. You getting taken advantage of. You get taken advantage of. You get taken for a simp. You don't get no pussy. You don't get no action. Women just cast you aside. They ghost you, they bug out on you, and that's it. They don't fuck with you. Well, it's the same for the men. If you aren't willing and capable to step into your feminine role, to get with a man that's on top of his game, then he ain't gonna fuck with you. It's that simple. We can shut the fuck up and allow you and allow this to continue, and then have a further fracturing of the black community, of the black family. Or you can hear our concerns and say, you know what? Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. And then listen, people are going to come into your comment section. They're going to talk shit. They're going to say what they have to say. And you can't take everything so seriously. You can't be so emotional about it. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't dismiss men who have concerns and voice concerns because a few guys came into your comment section and said some shit you didn't want to hear. People do it to me. They come into my comment section. They say shit that I don't agree with, or they say they don't agree with me about shit, and it's all fucking good. But my position is not going to change because I can see the writing on the wall. If this shit don't get handled, we gonna get handled, and it's not just the black community, okay? It's not just the black community. All communities, right? Because at the end of the day, the government and the elites, they don't give a fuck about any of us at the end of the day. Either you the bourgeoisie, or whatever, how the fuck you say it, or you're the fucking proletariat. If you're the proletariat, doesn't matter if you're black, white, at the end of the day. Now, there are differences within that, right? There are differences in, all that other shit. But at the end of the day, many families are fracturing. They're trying to destroy families in general. They're trying to destroy the man, the woman, and child. They're trying to change that. They're trying to indoctrinate and our children. They're grooming our children. They're not just grooming black children. They're grooming white children, Hispanics. And we have to recognize that. And they're doing it for a reason, right? They want our children to get chemically castrated before they reach puberty so that they can't have children. They're trying to control the population, right? These are things that they're trying to do. It's a lot more intricate than just going after black people. No. It's easy for them to create division amongst the proletariats by race so that the proletariats can focus their ire on each other. Yeah, so they're going to do these certain things. But at the end of the day, they're going to sit back and let the useless eaters destroy each other while they plan out their little population control agenda. And we see it playing out. We see it playing out. Look at the bird flu. The bird flu then contaminated and infected some fucking seals, okay? The bird flu infected some seals, is jumping mammals and shit. And you got motherfucking gain of function research going on with this bird flu. And now it's jumping the species, okay? They've been doing this since back in 2000 and a while ago. And then they stopped it and they resumed the gain of function research. And now what are we seeing? We're seeing motherfucking other mammals getting infected. They said a little girl died in Indonesia from the bird flu. They're trying. You see what I'm saying? They did the little pandemic with the Modelo 19. Now they're trying to do another scare. You understand what this is not just about black people, but at the end of the day, who the people that are going to suffer the worst are the people that are already at the bottom rung of the ladder. They're going to suffer the worst. So, people going to comment section, especially the more followers and subscribers you have, you're going to have people coming and talking shit. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? But at the end of the day, I mean, there are gender roles, and in certain situations, humans are going to naturally revert back to gender roles. I don't care if a woman knows how to change a tire or change some goddamn oil. That's not what, you know what I mean? That's not, that's just a piece. Yeah, it's helpful to a degree. Yeah. You'd be able to help me out. Okay, you know what you're doing, handle that while I handle this. But that's a small part of the bigger picture. I mean, that's just reality, man. Shout out to Erica Leshai, though. She's a very smart woman. She knows her shit, but you can't be getting discouraged by men. So what if men are saying what they want? Some men are going to be out of control and disrespectful with it. Some men are going to be more respectful and more balanced about the conversation. That's just what it is. You can't expect men just to shut the fuck up. Who's going to speak for us if we don't speak for us? Yeah, you got women out there that are speaking for us, but that's not enough. Men have to speak up too. Everybody has to speak up. If they're feeling like they're being attacked, if they're being disenfranchised, people need to speak up. You can't be concerned about what society thinks. Oh, you're a race baiter. Oh, you're a snowflake and all this other shit. If you have valid concerns and valid shit that you want to say, then that just, you gotta be ready and willing to say something, and you gotta be able to hear it. Not everybody is going to go about it the way you want them to go about it. And if that, hey, anyway, Shaw Killings, what's up? I'm gonna get out of here. I went on a lot longer than I wanted to on the phone or StreamYard. Hey, next time I'll do a StreamYard. Next time I'll do a StreamYard for sure. Anyway, let me get in the gym, man. Much love, like, share, subscribe. And yeah, we're gonna keep it marching toward freedom. All that shit. Peace.